This school on Friday, the 14th of January 2022. I am still sick, and I didn't even feel it until form class. And it was in form class or in PE that I thought maybe it might be this particular thing. And the thing is that the thing that I think it is, I've been doing basically my entire life because it's normal. Not to say that if you don't do it, you're not normal, but I'm gonna give up from doing that thing forever because it's not necessary to live. Or, well, sorry, let me read that. It's not, you don't need to do it to live. Which is a shame because I really like doing that thing. But, the thing is that I don't have a choice but to cut it out because if I'm sick, I can't eat. Or both this particular sickness, I can't eat. So obviously I will die if I continue doing this thing. So yeah. Because I was sick in PE, I didn't contribute, despite the fact that I did want to because I really loved when it was volleyball. But I didn't. At the end of PE, I saw Highlander looking at his phone, and I saw that he had Reddit installed. Going, why do you have Reddit installed, you Reddit lord? He said, "Oh, there's rape porn on Reddit. You want to see some, Dylan?" No. And then he brought it up anyway, but I covered it with my hands. At break, Highlander said that he was. I'm gonna come mask off with this. I'm not gonna lie about it. He said that he was talking to this Indian woman. I called him a dirty bastard. And then I asked where she worked. I said, I guarantee you that the name of the company is a front for a call center. And it was just me, Highlander, and a guy who I've never mentioned before, but he's chill. Another guy who I've never mentioned before comes up. They say to him what I said, and he goes, "Don't cut that out now. You need to stop being racist." And making a big deal out of it. Oh, but telling you're a racist, it is a big deal. Yeah, but not as big as he's making it out to be. Anyway, and all I really said to him was, thing is, if the rules were swapped, if it was Highlander, he says something racist, then you would do nothing about it. Because, no, don't, I would do if he said it. No, you wouldn't. Because, and then I kept on trying to explain, but he just kept on saying that he would deal with it if it were anyone else, which is an absolute lie. And eventually I explained it to other people that the reason why I said that if it were anyone else, he wouldn't deal with it is because, as I said in one of my videos, that it's actually the title of the video, the rules only apply to me. And it's because of this guy that the video says that it's not an incident. And this guy won't be aware of why what I'm about to say is a big deal. But I'm going to leave it to other people to explain why it's a big deal, what I'm about to say. to the guy that was making a big deal out of me being racist, fuck you. Anyway, immediately after that was all over, a kid who I have mentioned in a video before, that video wasn't uploaded because the audio wasn't working. There was a Discord situation. Like, I've made a video about the school thing the day after because I reported it. But basically what happened was that this year 9 called Tom had joined the Discord, and I said like something, it was something like stop pinging the bot for no reason or something. And I hadn't been on Discord in quite a while. And just Tom, and I didn't know who he was at the time. I knew who Tom was, but I didn't know that this guy was Tom. Honestly, I thought it was McCooper. I thought the guy was joking because immediately he starts going all clubs. I hate you, shut up. For no reason, because apparently I pissed him off. And actually, it does make sense to me a lot now, but I'll get into that later. I was being not completely calm, but mostly calm the entire Discord conversation. But Tom told me to kill myself twice, and another person threatened to beat me up. Well, actually, he didn't threaten to beat me up. He threatened for everyone else to beat me up while he stands around and looks. Yeah. So, let's come back to today. It's not my first time seeing Tom since that incident happened. But it's the first actual conversation I had with Tom, because usually, you go, hey, it's my mate Dylan, as a joke. And I would just either ignore him or sometimes probably tell him to piss off. But this time, and Tom is basically this year's version of Kyle. Tom came up and, oh, for God's sake, here's the kid again. Because he has a child, he is 13. Like, we should not be talking to him. The only reason why I'm talking to him is because he's a prick. I want him to piss off. And it's usually because he's a friend of a friend. Anyway. And he brought a mate. And the only thing I can really remember from the conversation was he said oh, my mate's name is this. I don't want to give it out because this guy was innocent. At least now I don't really know anything about him, so he might be a prick. I don't know. So I'm gonna give a fake name. Ethan. I said, were you named after Ethan Hawke? And immediately, Tom goes, Dylan, shut up. Or, didn't say shut up, but yeah, you know what I mean. And he just had a complete hissy fit. The way I see it, he is whining that I am not affected by him, right? He tries to annoy me. I do absolutely nothing about it. I ignore him. I do not care. And he does not like that because he is a bully. And he craves power. If he doesn't get power, he has a hissy fit. And actually, this has given me a lot of ammo for the Ultra Despair Girls end review. because that's exactly what the character Monica is in the game. So I would thank Tom, but he can go screw himself. The previous English teacher on Friday didn't come in, or well, she was in, but she wasn't at our English lesson at all. And before the new teacher, who's the vice principal, and I'm gonna refer to him as vice principal for now. That way, I don't have to say Friday English teacher. Before he came, I was, people were signing a card for the other teacher, and they never really got the chance to give it to me because they were wanting to hide it from the vice principal for some reason. And I really got a chance to sign it, and a couple of people noticed I didn't sign it and complained when really it's not really my fault. But whatever. The vice principal was fine, just it was more of a philosophy lesson than English. Like, it's exactly the year 10 head years teaching style, just without the, ruining your life part. Anyway, he asked us to give what other subjects we're doing, what we want to do in our life, which is basically what university are you going to, because you have to go to university, and something weird about you that he can identify us by. For me, I just said I listen to rock music, which couldn't think of anything. And he says, what band? Cage the Elephant. Huh? Cage the Elephant. Huh? Cage the Elephant. Kate Elephant. And eventually other people said it for me. Okay, I've never heard of them. How many people have heard of Cage the Elephant? And one other person put their hand up, so thank you, that other person. I knew that she already knew who they were, because I know that it's Arctic Monkeys she's a fan of, but I was talking to McCubry a lot about Arctic Monkeys and Cage the Elephant at the same time, so that's probably how she heard of them. Anyway, the lesson went fine, but we didn't really do much. It was more just, as I said, philosophy about stuff that sometimes were relevant to the Crucible. Anyway, at lunch, once again, no one was around at all. I went to the ramp, and there were people there, and they were doing some quiz that multiple people contributed to. It was just a bunch of cool questions like how many hours a certain person has played on Ark. And eventually I just decided screw it, I'm going to leave to see where someone else is. And eventually I found Jack and Highlander. And Highlander seemingly forgotten about the wasn't an incident, about what happened this morning. The other guy hasn't, but I'll get into that later. In media, I mean, the teacher said that he is going to watch the new Scream today, and a student said, "Oh, it's gonna be." He actually said, "Shit." I thought, well, whoa, why is he swearing in front of the teacher and not getting in trouble? What's up with this? And I've heard a bunch of other people swearing in front of members of staff, having nothing done to them. I've gotten away with it a couple of times as well, even today. But I think that think that the difference between me getting away with it and other people getting away with it is that the teachers don't care when they do it, but for me, I'm just lucky. For once in my life. But I don't know. I went to for English, you got homework at the end of an essay within a week. And for media, we got another thing. I was really tempted to say to the media teacher, I'm gonna have to start playing favorites based on who is most likely to do a whiplash. So, first up is the vice principal. Second is you. Third is the Thursday English teacher. And fourth is the moving image teacher. But I actually didn't, because even if I were to word it really nicely, they would know that I'm struggling with homework, and they might use that as ammo to kick me out of 6-1, which I cannot have. So, we had to study, got everything out, then realised that I forgot to give an English sheet to the media teacher. I grabbed the sheet, went out to the teacher, and gave it to him. Went back, and then I realised I have toilet duty. And I left everything on my desk. Well, by the way, it was at the very back, and I sat next to Jack. Not because I wanted to sit to Jack. Not to say that I didn't want to sit to Jack. But because I just wanted to be at the back. Like, it was one of those times where I needed to listen to Caravan and Intermission. Usually it's one or the other, but this time it's both. This has been one of the worst days of year 13. And it's not an incident, which is weird. Oh, and it was also in media that I noticed that I seem to write better when I'm depressed. Thing is, one, I can't force depression on myself, and two, even if I could, it's not worth it, because I would have to do that every single day, and that would just end up with me killing myself. And I am not that devoted to my work. The school segment has been on for nearly 18 minutes. That is ridiculous. Anyway. So when the toilet duty, I was gonna read, but I was just too pissed off. And so I can't remember. I was gonna just not watch because I left my earphones and study, but just look at the tempo scene from Whiplash. But CTK has taken it down because they're a bunch of pussies. Anyway, after that, I had my first common room period. So packed my bag. Went back to study, packed my bag. Went into a common room. I was the only person there. And it is as bad as people describe it. It's actually worse for me because the guy I was talking to about it had 7 or 8 other people with him, and I was on my own. I don't know if other people who put their name down for Friday last period decided not to go because other people told them it was so crap, or because no one put their name down for Friday last period bar me. But I stayed there the entire time anyway and just did my work, and that was just a further reinforcement. It was absolute bliss. It felt like the first time I was at peace in years. And my writing got extremely good. I probably shouldn't have said that because I haven't submitted the work in yet. But it's too late. And yeah, that's it. Common room, at the very end I decided, I know that I can't do this thing anymore, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And I'm gonna risk exposing what the thing is. I was gonna make tea or coffee, but I don't like tea or coffee without milk. Like, I have to have milk and tea and coffee. But the milk is 2 days over the date. No, the use by date was the 12th, so not doing that. Anyway, after 20 minutes, this is memes as of 18 past 5. I know I had Twitter on there for the entire time, but that was a mistake, and I just had the bit prepared for. Oh, that's a skin monkey. There's a skin monkey on Kanye West's Instagram post at 8:07 p.m. MS time on January 13th, 2022. Some song, Eminem's master of lyricism, filled the dark void in my life. Some people may not realize that his man's poetry uplifted, inspired, and healed many lives. Every night I roll egg rolls daily, fast sometimes. Thank you if stopping by today. Bad weather, don't drive if it's not safe. I'll be here every day for you. Hope to see you soon. Anime fans always be hating on you for watching basic anime like AOT or JoJo. Man, it's popular for a reason. No one wants to watch. I sniffed my sister's foot by accident and got transformed into a cat. Yeah, I do agree with that. I don't watch all basic anime. There are a couple ones that are more obscure, like ones that non-anime fans who they wouldn't recognize it, but it's not unpopular, like Konosuba and stuff. Anyway, already did that. I'm not reading that. Americans, can we have healthcare? Republicans, no. Democrats, no. Heart, Pride flag, BLM. Don't. Like, it's not Corona. I keep on having to mention this. Stop staring at people for coughing. It's not Corona. It's most likely a cold. It's January. People get colds. Me, when someone tells me I should leave Snaggy Leg in 2016. Actually, I'll get into it later. Ladies, one time, please. Back my day, we didn't have any presents. We just killed ourselves. MILF, monolith mission. Dap me up. Alright. I'm not saying that. Drop phone. Please don't be cracked. Phone.
So where's the phone? Keep it going, mate. Get fucking going!
Spider was looking at me while I took a shower. I'm literally a minor neurodivergent and non-binary. What does the neurodivergent non-binary thing have to do with it? Like, I get that you're calling the spider a pedophile, but what are the other two bits? Are they relevant? I'm not about to argue with you, so don't even start, Latinas. This is DMs as of 21 past 5. I sent this post to my mate. I said, this is you, because he keeps on doing stuff you like. He even did it yesterday. His Twitter as of the same time. Ethan Klein, Joe Rogan, who lives on elk meat, egg yolk, and human growth hormone, with lungs full of tar, thinks he's healthier than everyone. He's never said that he's healthier than everyone. I've never heard Joe Rogan talk, ever. Okay, that's a lie, but I've rarely heard him talk, but I guarantee he's never said that he's healthier than everyone. Anyway. Guy's such a bitch that when he called Corona. I get that you're some sort of not mainstream, alternative news source, but it's Corona to you because you are not a scientist. Anyway, He threw the kitchen sink at it. If you're so healthy, just write it out like you say a man should. Not to mention whatever the crap is in Alpha Brain. This is Stephen Klein, right? Not healthy at all. This is Joe Rogan. And I know you're thinking, Dylan, why are you talking? One, why are you talking about Joe Rogan? Two, why are you talking about Keemstar? The tweet disappeared, but that tweet was from Keemstar pointing out that Stephen Klein is like 35 and Joe Rogan is in his 50s. Like, Joe is healthier than Ethan. Like, that's not an opinion, that's a fact. And then Joe Rogan is spreading mainstream. Joe Rogan is mainstreaming right-wing misinformation. It's not misinformation. Like, the stuff that he has said, not misinformation. Like, that where he said he cured his coronavirus with ivermectin or whatever. Okay, that might be misinformation. Fine. But he said that it could also be because he's so healthy that it went away. Being healthy keeps you alive. That's not misinformation. There are 2 different hashtags that are currently trending about hoping that Boris Johnson will leave. Because, well, I'm not going to repeat myself. So this is a TikTok that Stone Toss put out. I taught my Sam Hyde's NFT, and there was like you can see it there, girl in a wheelchair. Sorry, I'm just moving in my chair. A girl who looks like her in real life died the same day, which actually it's today. It was like, whoa, that's weird. Anyway, link the NFT in bio. It's so sad, kind of getting F in the replies. She walked so Sans NFT could run. Looking into the cottonseed oils. Out of my diet, I was reading about lard as an excellent replacement. Look what I find. Let me know if I'm reading this right. Thanks. Kosher supervision? None. We believe that lard would still be used more frequently in cooking, but it has been replaced by vegetable oils so as to accommodate kosher certification. Is kosher food making us unhealthier? Tweet was deleted by tweet offer. The usual. Alright. Stone Toss is such a D-bag, which makes me upset because he's very talented at what he does. LMAO, delete it. Yeah. Yep. Unvaccinated Canadian vlogger replaces right to see his 12-year-old child. And they're still gaslighting you about it being a choice. Since it will massively annoy all of the cultists over in r/Scotland, someone has made r/normal Scotland so you get a better idea of what real Scottish people are like instead of dealing with indoctrinated loonies. Okay. Ask me anything and I will ignore it. Still would love the bookie for Sheldon's birthday. Extremely bad idea. And today on Sesame Street, the kind is going to teach you all about the letter N. You better watch out, buddy. If you come anywhere near my town, I'll catch you right in the mouth. I don't even play that crap, man, but you step in my blog, you're gonna get popped with a fat... Oopsie, sorry, son of a bitch. Remember that. I can't believe people are threatening me on the internet. I'm calling the police. I don't know, but... What the hell? I really shouldn't be taken down for that. Oh, I forgot to mention. On Toilet Duty, the guy that was shouting at me for racism, saw me on Toilet Duty and said something. I couldn't hear him though because people were too busy talking. So, if you're gonna say something, say it to my face, bitch. Actually, I'll talk about this one later. Who do you think Tom Bombadil is? Recently, I've been entertaining the idea that he is Earth's twin. Here's some of your favorite Mad Lads. Ken Allen, since I couldn't keep a straight face while recording it. Is Ken Allen that monkey? I didn't really like that one. What's one game you're really excited for this year? Elden Ring. Dark Souls 3 was better than Bloodborne. Muting. How big you, PP? How big is that dick? Small. Leave me alone. YouTube's retarded policies killed one of the best channels on the entire platform. JCS Criminal Psychology, who I've never seen their videos, but I think there are people that put up that this is what a faking a psycho video is like that I haven't seen, but lots of people talk about it. Kind of. Actually, I'm not gonna look up save them right. That's a wrap, folks. The flag videos violate violence and sensitive events guidelines. Same old shit we've been here since 2018. It's our gigs, so fair enough. We cannot thank you enough for the love you've shown this channel. We will, of course, keep you updated on our next painful love goes out to you all. X. I'm actually surprised it took them this long to do it, considering, like, ever since 2019, YouTube has been taking down, like, Hitler documentaries, and I'm talking, like, educational videos on why the Nazis were evil, right? And YouTube took them down because, apparently it's Nazi propaganda. It's becoming a problem on YouTube if you want to make documentary content discussing dark topics. It will become impossible and completely limit creativity and the quality of the documentary. Imagine if it made Vlad the Impaler but wasn't allowed to talk about the impaling.